Hey everybody, welcome into another edition of the QB Academy. Bob Trossett alongside my partner, Michael Nebrich, 2010 All-Met Player of the Year, and Lake Braddock grad, as you guys have come to know. We have another QB that we want to highlight today, and that is Sam Brown of Gonzaga. He's got a big game coming up this weekend. We'll get to that later on in the show. But what can you tell me about this guy?
Well, Sam Brown, he's probably one of the most polished passers that we've had on this show. And what I mean by that is he doesn't have the best arm strength. He's not going to wow you out there on the field. But he does a really nice job of protecting the football, making plays for his offense. And the biggest thing that I like about him is his pocket movement, just the quick movements that he makes in the pocket, his pocket mechanics when it comes to evading pressure, escaping around, and making plays. They're really, really fine-tuned for a kid his age, and I was extremely impressed watching his film and watching him move around in the pocket. He also has a very live arm, which allows him to make big plays down the field. And like you mentioned, he's got a big game this week coming up against Good Counsel. So I'm excited to see him in that game.
So what do you mean by pocket movement? What's an example of what he does for his team as far as pocket movement is concerned?
Yeah, so we're going to see this first clip here as just an example of what I mean by the pocket movement. And let's just start off in slow motion. And what we see right away is he immediately has to evade pressure. And what he does, that little tiny step, moving forward in the pocket. And like I mentioned, he has such great pocket mechanics, but the thing I love most about his pocket mechanics is his first instinct here is to go up into the pocket. A lot of young quarterbacks will immediately feel rushed in their face and try and escape out. He does an excellent job at moving up in the pocket and then just using the little mechanics that he has. Also, I want to go back to the top just to watch his shoulders here. Let's just go slow motion. Now I want to watch his shoulders after he makes that first step up. He does a nice little dip and rip here with his shoulder, which allows him to get up into the line of scrimmage, and now he gets to move up in the pocket, got some space ahead of him, and the end result of this play is not a 50-yard run that we see a lot of times when quarterbacks escape out. But he turns this play from what would be, let's say, 10-yard loss to a positive 5, 6, 7-yard gain. And that's what he's so good at. He's not going to come out here and wow you running the football, but he's so good in the pocket that he knows how to turn negative plays into positive plays, just like we see right here.
All right, we've seen his mobility. That's a great example of one. Really, that is a heck of a play right there to kind of extend the play, extend the drive. What else does he bring to the table?
So another thing here that we're going to look at with this next clip is his coverage recognition and his manipulation of that coverage. So this is just a simple cover 3 coverage that has a skinny post on the backside, which is ideal for throwing that skinny post. And he recognizes all of this pre-snap. Now he knows that he has to move that field safety with his eyes to open up a window here. So now let's roll back, and I want everybody just to focus on the first 2 steps of his drop. Watch his head looking towards the field side, and then watch that safety's hips fly open as he sees what's happening. Then he does an excellent job once he knows he's got him, sticks his foot in the ground, and like I said, he has a very live arm. He sticks his foot in the ground on that 3rd step, this rhythm step right here. Let's roll it here. 1, 2, 3, rhythm, sticks that foot in the ground and drives the football. That's a 25-yard strike on a line right to the guy in the face mask. A beautiful throw that he does really well, throwing the football down the field in between the hashes, slightly off the hashes. So very impressive when it comes to reading the coverages and then throwing the football accurately with some power down the field.
Mobility, recognition, strength. 3 big things for a QB. Is there anything else?
Well, yeah, we're going to talk about his accuracy now, and that's why I'm so impressed with this kid as a passer. He's very accurate with the football, like we're going to see here in this 3rd clip, and it doesn't look like much of a play to start. We're going to see this first clip, and it looks like, guys just wide open, easy throw for the quarterback. But actually coming from a quarterback's perspective and watching this play develop, this is a very difficult throw to be accurate as a young quarterback. Now what he's going to do here is it's a quick ride with the fake, and he knows he has to suck those linebackers down. He gets the guy on top of his wide receiver to suck down too, and now he's got his guy wide open. So let's roll back to the very top here, and I want you to watch his feet and his hips right out of the fake. This is the hardest part of this play. Right here, most quarterbacks see him, oh, he's wide open, let me rush it and try to get the ball to him. He does an excellent job getting those hips lined up and delivering an accurate football right on his wide receiver's face. Most quarterbacks, they try and rush it. They see the guys wide open. They try and rush the throw. Ends up being a low throw. Yes, you get 15 yards, but here he puts an absolute strike on his wide receiver, puts it in stride, allows him to make a play after the catch. and now you see a touchdown that happens because he's accurate with the football, not just trying to make completions happen. He's trying to make completions happen and then allow his wide receivers to make catches or to make plays after the catch. So a very impressive guy throwing the football all the way around. I was extremely impressed to kind of watch his film and how he's progressed throughout the course of the season, and I'm extremely excited to see how he does against Good Counsel this weekend.
I mean, he and his Zags have, like you said, a huge matchup, a lot of implications in the WCAC. What do you expect from him and his Zags?
Well, I'm expecting him to do what he's done all year, and that's protect the football, operate the offense like he has. I mean, like we see there, 8 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions. He's not a guy that's going to go out there and turn the football over. What I think Good Counsel has to do as a defense, and we kind of mentioned it earlier, is they need to stay disciplined. They need to stay disciplined with their eyes, and when they have a chance to tackle him, they need to make sure he doesn't escape the pocket or he's going to make big plays on them. And their DBs in the secondary there need to stay tight or he's going to be throwing the football around the yard.
Should be a thriller on Saturday in DC for sure. We'll be on tap for that. That'll do it for this edition of the QB Academy. Bob Trossett, my partner Michael Nebrich. We'll see you guys next time.